everyone. I hope you're all doing great. You are finished with your week 4 lesson and I bet you're now ready to have your week 5 lesson for the first quarter. I know that you are still interested and excited to learn new things. Now, you are about to learn your week 5 lesson, which is about using direct and reported speech appropriately in varied contexts. By the way, I am Ma'am Regine M. Rivera, your teacher for today. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
For today, we will be discussing English 7, Quarter 1, Week 5. The learning competency is use direct and reported speech appropriately in varied contexts. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to first, identify direct and reported speech. Second, change direct speech to reported speech and vice versa. And the third one, create a short script using direct and reported speech. Let us have some background information. Communication cannot be separated to human beings. It is very vital in our everyday lives to communicate with the people around us. It is used to speak out our ideas and to build a good relationship with our neighbors. Therefore, communication is of the utmost importance. One of the most important things that we must employ in communication is the use of direct and reported speech, whether in written or spoken language. So let me welcome you to our lesson for today, the direct and reported speech. Let us first define direct speech. Direct speech is a sentence that gives a statement or thought in its original form according to how the original speaker said it. That is according to Glencoe 2000. You have to remember the word original. Next, we have the reported speech. Reported speech is a sentence that expresses the content of a statement without quoting, just like what is done in direct speech. It is also known as the indirect speech. So in reported speech, you need to remember the words without quoting. But still, it expresses the content of the statement. Let's look at these two sentences closely. 1. We wanted to plant trees in that area, replied Trina. 2. Trina replied that they had wanted to plant trees in that area. Which do you think is the direct speech and which one is the reported speech? Okay, number 1 is the direct speech because it is the original statement given by Trina. We will also know this with the use of quotation marks. Sentence number 2 is the reported speech because it's still the same content but without quoting the original statement given by Trina. Now that you know the difference between direct and reported speech, let us now move on to how to change direct speech to reported speech and vice versa. So here it is. To change the direct speech to a reported speech and vice versa, you need to take note of the following important details. First is the tense of the verb. Is it in the past tense or in the present tense? Second is the pronoun. Do you need to change pronouns like I to he or she? Look closely how the change of the tense of the verb and pronoun is done when making direct and reported speech by looking at this table. The first sentence is in the present simple. I like wearing heels, said Shira. So how do we make this direct speech to reported speech? First, we write Shira said. Then that here is written in close and open parentheses because you may add this or you may remove this. Then let us notice the change in the pronoun I. I became she in the reported speech. Why? Because I here is Shira and Shira is a girl. So we're going to write there she. There is also a change in the verb like. Like in the present simple will become liked. There. So simply, if you have a direct speech which is in the present simple, the reported speech will be in the past simple. On the second row, we will see the sentence in the direct speech which is in the past simple tense. Timmy told Gia, "My friend wanted to eat at a restaurant." Notice what happened with the pronoun my and wanted in the opposite column, which is the reported speech. My became his, and wanted became had wanted, which is the pattern when we write a sentence in the past perfect. So, if the direct speech is in the past simple, the reported speech is in the past perfect tense. "I will enroll next year," said Haley, is a future simple sentence, which is also in the direct speech. It is in the future because of the word will, which expresses futurity. Now, how do we change this direct speech into a reported speech? Let's look at the pronoun I and the helping verb will. I here is Haley, and Haley is a girl, so we're going to write she there. And then the helping verb will be changed to the helping verb would. So that's how we change a future simple in the direct speech to a reported speech. If the sentence is in the direct speech is in the present continuous tense, it will become a past continuous sentence. How will we know that the sentence is a continuous one? It is when the sentence uses a be verb and the main verb ends with ing. Just like the sentence, "I am playing Mobile Legends," shouted the boy. For it to be in the past continuous, as we have that in the reported speech, we're going to have the I, the pronoun I, which will be changed to he because we're talking about the boy. And then the be verb am here will be was, and we have there the ing. When we want to change a direct speech, which is an order or a request, to reported speech, all we have to do is to follow this pattern. First is the verb, followed by the indirect object, and the to clause. Let us have this example. "Go to your room," ordered his father, is in the direct speech because it is the original statement and it uses quotation marks. Now, for it to be in the reported speech, it will be he ordered or his father ordered, which is the verb, who. Him is the indirect object and to go is the to clause. Now, normal word order is used in reported questions. That is, the subject comes before the verb and is not necessary to use do or did. Let's have this example. "Why is he laughing?" asked Kelly. So the reported speech for this sentence will be, Kelly asked why he was laughing. So the verb was will be coming after the subject. We are done with the discussion. Make your pen and paper ready and reachable because now we will see if you understood our lesson. In your LAS, you have 6 activities and the last 2 activities, answers may vary, which means you will be giving your own answers. Please be reminded to read the instructions carefully. Are we good to start? But before that, you can pause this video if you will be needing more time in answering the activity. Press play again when you are ready for the next one. Let's get the ball rolling. Activity A, which will be found on page 2. Read each sentence. On the blank before each number, write D if the sentence is a direct speech and R if the sentence is a reported speech. Let's have some examples. 1. She said, "I am beautiful." This one is in the direct speech, so you're going to write D. 2. Her mom told her that she needed to clean her room. This one is a reported speech, so you're going to write R there. Are we good? Let's start. Number 1. I go to school every day, said my nephew. 2. My friend asked, "What time will you be there?" 3. The mother told her daughter that she was happy to see her again. 4. The school janitor asked the students to pick up their trash. 5. He's always nice to everyone, said Maria. 6. My favorite food is adobo, said Lito. 7. The girl cried that she had lost her wallet. 8. Leo said, "I love listening to music." 9. I never believe you, my friend told me. And then last, number 10, my father shouted, "I am washing the car." Let's have the answers. 1. D, 2. D, 3. R, 4. R, 5. D, 6. D, 7. R, 8. D, 9. D, 10. D. Did you get a perfect score? If not, you may try harder on the next activity. Let's have activity B, which can also be found on page 2. Here, you're going to punctuate the following sentences to make them direct speech or reported speech. Use any colored pen except black in putting punctuation marks. Here are the 5 sentences. 1. Mang Doming said, "I brought foods for the kids." 2. Pare Mario replied, "My sister likes the plant you gave her." 3. I like to exercise every morning, Julio said. 4. He gives fish to his neighbor every week, Mando stated. 5. Lita's husband reported 3 women quarreled along the street. Let's have number 1 as an example. Mang Doming said, you write here a comma and then open quotation before the word I brought foods for the kids, followed by a period and quotation mark at the end of this statement. Now, you will be given 20 seconds to answer this activity. look closely as the answers are flashed on your screen. Let's move on to Activity C, which can be found on page 2 to 3 of your LAS. Here, you're going to change the following orders, requests, and questions from direct speech to reported speech and vice versa. Write your answers on the space provided after each statement. Let's have number 1 as an example. Please close the door after you leave, told the boss. This one is in the direct speech. So, the reported speech would be, the boss told me to please close the door after I leave. Let's have number 2. Pedro asked, "Where are you going?" Three, my mother requested me to pay the electricity bill. Number 4, come to the office, my co-worker told me. Number 5, Jane ordered her younger brother to wash the dishes. 6, where do you live? Asked my teacher. 7, the doctor asked, how is he? Number 8, give me your phone number, ordered by the police officer. 9, my brother asked, what time will you go to school tomorrow? And last, number 10, count your change before you leave, asked the vendor. Here are the answers. Number 2, Pedro asked where I was going. 3, my mother requested pay the electricity bill. 4, my co-worker told me to come to the office. 5, Jane ordered her younger brother wash the dishes. 6, my teacher asked where I lived. 7, the doctor asked how he was. 8, the police officer ordered me to give him my phone number. 9, my brother asked what time I would go to school tomorrow. 10, the vendor asked me to count my change before I leave. Let's have Activity B, which can be found on page 3 to 4. Analyze the given sentences. Change the direct speech to reported speech and vice versa. Write your answers on the space provided after each statement. Let's have an example. Mario likes to play badminton, the teacher said. The answer would be, the teacher said that Mario liked to play badminton. Let's start with number 1. May will do my homework, my cousin told me. 2. His cousin pointed out that he was really sick since yesterday. 3. Nathalie said, it is a very warm day. 4. I decided to call my friends, said Romy. 5. The children mentioned that they played in the farm. Number 6, The boy shouted, "I will make it." 7. Dante stated that the bicycle was damaged. 8. Our teacher said that she had computed our grades. 9. Dan screamed, "I love sinigang." 10. The friend of Aunt Gina said that she was suffering from an illness. The answers are flashed on your screen. You may now start checking your work. For activity E on page 4, you're going to construct 5 sentences in direct speech, 5 sentences in reported speech, and another 5 orders, requests, or questions in direct and reported speech. In this activity, answers may vary. You will be given 10 minutes to complete this activity. For activity F, which can be found on page 5, create a short script of any topic using 5 sentences in direct speech and 5 sentences in reported speech correctly. Underline the direct and reported speeches you used and make sure you write your own title. Use the space provided below. Answers may vary. You will again be given 10 minutes to complete this activity. Now that you are finished answering all the activities, it's time for us to reflect. Read and put a check mark on the blank which corresponds to how well you've learned the lesson. Please answer the following questions. What did I learn from this lesson? How can I use the learnings I gained from this lesson in real-life situations? Congratulations in actively engaging and participating in our video lesson. Goodbye and thank you, class. See you next time.